Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Skeletons. I hope you all are doing fine, and today we are going to solve this problem: cyclically rotate an array by 1. Now by 1 we actually means cyclically rotate an array by one place. Okay, so first of all we will understand that what is given in this array. So in this particular problem you are given an array, and this is your input, which is an array, and you need to cyclically rotate this array clockwise by one place. Okay, so your answer is going to be, suppose you have 1 2 3 4 5 as the input, then your answer will be 5 1 2 3 4. Okay, so first of all let's understand that what is actually happening. So in order to understand this problem, what we will do, we will try to visualize the given array in the form of a circle. Okay, so what I will do, I will rewrite this array in the form of a circle, but let me tell you a very important thing, that what I am going to do, it has nothing to do with the actual code. The code for this problem is very simple. It is very simple. It is like traversing the array only once. Okay, it is very simple, and you need not to relate what I am going to do now with the code. We are doing this in order to understand the problem. Okay, so let me write the array in array elements in the form of a circle. So here we have 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so suppose I read this array always from here. So what is this array right now? It is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is our array and this is our input. Okay, so now if we rotate this array cyclically by one place clockwise, then this array will look something like this. This will, when it will move clockwise in this direction, then this 1 will take the place of 2. Here come 2 3 4 and 5. Now this array becomes, when we read from here only, from the top, 5 1 2 3 4, and this is our output. This is our output for this input. This is our output. So I hope by this visualization, I hope now you understand that what is the problem. Okay, what is the input and what is the output, and what does it mean when we say we want to cyclically rotate the array by one clockwise. If they asked you to do anti-clockwise, then you had to move this one here. In that case it will be something like this. So it will be like here come 1 5 4 3 2. Okay, so this is going to be the anti-clockwise, but we are doing it only for clockwise now. Okay, we are doing it for clockwise only. Okay, so this is the second test case. So if you look at this, currently we have 0 0 1. Okay, 0 0 1, and we read it from here. So 0 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, 0 0 1. Okay, now if we rotate it clockwise by ones, then it is going to look like 1. This one will go here, this one will go here, then all these elements will move to their in clockwise direction by one place. So it is going to be 1 0 0. So it is going to be 1 0 0. This is our output. Okay, so I hope now you understood that what is happening here. Okay, now we will understand that how we are going to solve this. Now let me tell you, as I told you earlier, that do not relate what we did just now with the code. Now suppose your wait a minute, suppose your you have this input 1 2 3 4 5. Now for this particular input, the output that we get is 5 1 2 3 4. Okay, you know how we got this output. Make all these elements in the form of a circle and move clockwise by one place, and you will get this. Okay, but that is not our concern. I mean, that is our concern, and we understood that what is happening. Now our concern is how we can write it in the form of code, how we can write a code for this particular problem. So if you look very closely, if you look very closely to the input, this is input. If you look very closely to the input and output, you can see there is a pattern. And what is that pattern? That pattern is, this one element is written here, this 2 element is written here, this 3 element is written here, this 4 element is written here. Okay, and the last element takes the first position. Okay, so how we can solve this problem? Let's take one more example. Like suppose we have input this. Okay, So our answer will be, this 0 will move here, this 0 will move here, and this 1 will take place the first 0th index in the answer. So our answer will be 1 0 0. Okay, so now you understood that what we are doing. We are shifting all the elements to right. And while doing this, the last elements, a void is created at the first place, and that void is taken by the last element. Okay, so what we will do, we will traverse. Wait a minute, let me clear this very quickly. So what we will do, we will traverse. Suppose this is our array 3 4 5. Suppose this is our array, we will traverse the array from the back. Like suppose we are using the I pointer. Suppose this is I. So what we will do, we will do array of I is equal to array of I minus 1. Sorry, wait a minute. Array of I is equal to array of I minus 1. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So suppose this is our output. Okay, so here suppose I is pointing at the last index, so this will become 4 because I minus 1 is this 4. Okay, this will become 3, this will become 2, this will become 1. Okay, and we will stop at this position. And for the last index, what we will do, we will store, before we actually traversing or modifying modifying any of the thing, we will store the last element in some variable, say temp. Okay, and finally we will fill this with the temp. So 5 1 2 3 4. Okay, so it is a very simple thing. Let's look at the code. Okay, so if you look at this code, wait a minute, first of all let me show you that what I am doing in the main. So in the main I am doing nothing. I am just taking the number of elements that are going to be in our array, declaring the array, initializing the array, taking the elements of the array, and I am calling the rotate method. And this rotate method is a void method, that is, it is going to change the original array. And finally I'm doing nothing, just printing the array. Okay, so I think we should now look at the rotate method. So in the rotate, what we are doing, look here, the rotate method takes the array and the number of elements. We are storing the last element in temp, as I told you earlier that, wait a minute, as I told you earlier that we are storing the last element in the temp. Okay, we are storing the last element in the temp, and then we are iterating the array from the last index till first index, and we are doing arr I is equal to arr I minus 1. I already told you what are all these things. And finally storing the temp at the first index. Suppose you have 1 2 3 4. Okay, so I is here. Okay, now what I told you, arr I is equal to, and there is also temp, and this temp is going to store 4. Okay, now in the answer this place is going to be filled with 3. This is, now I will come here and it will arr I will be filled with arr I minus 1, that is 2. Similarly here will be 1, and we will move out of the loop because we are running the loop until unless I is greater than 0, that is up to 1. After that we will fill this place with temp, and temp is 4, so answer it will be 4 1 2 3. Okay, so now what I am going to do is I am going to run this code. So the input that I am taking is 1 2 3 4 5, and when I run the code, you will see that the answer is 5 1 2 3 4, which is the correct answer. So that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the subscribe button. Have a nice day, goodbye, and take good care of yourself and your family.